Steven here today, and today what I wanted to talk to you about is Swagg IQ, and I will put Swagg IQ / FreeSpace. So what does that mean? My first point with Swagg IQ is it's not really about having IQ, but it's more about developing like this database of knowing all the possible choices and movements that are possible at any given moment. How I like to think about it is it's like, you've seen those trees with answers where it's like, have you eaten today? Yes, then go down this way. No, then go down that way. And then ask another question. Is the food right? Yes, go down this way. No, go down the other way, etc., etc. Well, you have to be able to do that on the field. Meaning, okay, so you are on the corner or you're on the left wing of the field, right? There's one player behind you and one player in front of you, and two players to the side on the right, but they're further away, right? What are all your possible choices? This way, that way, and the other, right? But now you have to think an extra step ahead and ask yourself, okay, if I pass backwards, what possible combinations or what possible options does it give to the player behind me once he receives the ball? Does he have more options or does he have less options? If your pass gives the player behind you less options, then don't fucking do it. Because the goal is to support one another and provide one another options. The more options your teammate has, the more advantageous or the better position the team is for a goal scoring opportunity, right? So the key is to understand that the choices that you make directly affect that positioning of the goal opportunity. If you're passing the ball to a teammate who's in a trap situation, meaning there's 3 players surrounding him already, you're not fucking helping out the team. Even if your teammate is able to like messy his way out of it, it doesn't help because he's spending far more energy than he would ever have had to had you just taken an extra second and passed it to a more free option, right? And that's essentially what I've been talking about by Swagg IQ, right? It's essentially understanding when to do things and when not to. Furthermore, it's gaining a better overall awareness of not only the field but the space and positioning of your teammates, right? I always say that fucking soccer is more about energetically finding one another on the team and connecting in a spiritual manner than it is about the individual footwork and technique. Because I shit you not, if you just focus 100% on positioning and essentially getting in touch with your intuition, getting in touch with flow, with the team's flow, and the overall energy rhythm of the game, you will be so much more fucking deadlier than if you just focused on being a better ball handler, right? So, funny enough though, an incredible way of raising your intuition and your ability to connect with the flow of the game and the flow of your teammate is by handling the ball more. But like doing it like in a free space or freestyle way. So what do I mean by that? Me, for example, let's just fucking take the ball and all day long for hours and hours just run with it. doing tricks, moving around with it, and then so I'll take the ball from one side, run it to the other side, and then shoot, and then collect, run back to the other side, shoot, over and over and over and over and over again. Reason why is I see how not only does it give me an intuitive idea of how the ball moves, more importantly, it gives me better understanding and awareness of how my own body moves. My big ass legs, how my arms turning actually affect my speed, direction, and control on the ball. How when I lift up my shoulders, how it affects me and actually makes me lighter on the field and moving forward. How my intent to just move forward can actually keep things going in a straight line, even when it looks like I'm moving in like helical formation. All kinds of insane things. So what I'm saying is I'm actually developing a relationship with how my body handles the ball. And so because of that, I'm so in tune with flow, essentially the ball's flow. And it directly translates in games, because now, even though there are other variables in place, like other people and other teammates and other players, my ability to connect with flow does not tarnish or does not get diminished. In fact, it greatly increases, because these other variables actually make my life easier. If, for example, I know that if you, for example, most people are really skittish during games. Like, another fucking amazing benefit of leading or living a sober life and doing meditation, like, you actually become really conscious and aware, and you become really calm. And most people are really skittish on the ball, so they'll just do shit in a knee-jerk reaction way instead of just being poised about it. And so if you know that just taking 2 steps towards someone without it ever directly going all the way up to them will scare them off and make them take 3 steps back, even having them push the ball all the way back, then you can start playing with that. So you can actually start using psychology and fucking with people's heads in defense and offense. Insane things like that, right? So that's essentially increasing your flow and actually your overall swag IQ. Another way of, or my favorite way of building this up is, you're gonna laugh, fucking playing FIFA. FIFA is like the greatest sports simulation for soccer ever. It is so fine-tuned and refined. The physics of the game in this day and age. Now, the latest version is 2016, which I've played, which is incredible. But I'm even still using 2015, and I'm mind blown because it's still so realistic. It allows you to actually test your fucking choices. So, for example, seeing how shitty it is and how disadvantageous it is to pass the ball to a teammate who's in a trap situation. It allows you to see how, oh, actually, I'm actually making it really hard on myself. I could just be playing the free line. This is a concept, for example, in marketing, where they talk about you give so much free information that you're moving the free line way to the right. And so what that does, it actually makes new information publicly available to the point that now people don't even need to buy stuff from you. They can just get it for free. And by seeing the results of your information and the value you provide through the things and stuff you say, they see that you are a source of value, and whatever it is that you sell is worth that price and is worth buying, because they can see that you're actually an expert and they truly need it, so they trust you. But the free line in soccer, it's almost like this middle line where essentially the ball freely goes. It's also another way I like to put it, it's like flow, right? It's like, it's literally feels like the ball is flying, where physics does not affect the ball, right? And this is attained, there's like a certain way you touch the ball and like you put it in that mode, so to speak. And so if you just play the free line and there's a specific pattern, a way you move the ball, but it's essentially like this, right? Almost like mountains or a jigsaw. I don't know, not jigsaw. Seesaw or saw. In the saw pattern through the field, right? So say for example this is the goal. Goal kicks it to the left. Left moves it to the midfield. Midfield travels it, moves it to the right. Right brings it back to the middle, because the middle is always the one that should be carrying the ball. Then the left kicks it back to the left, creates space. Space brings it back to the middle, and middle scores. You just move it in that formation. It's almost like the play is unstoppable, because the space is used in such an intelligent manner that it can only just give you what you want, right? Like I would say, like space-time is fluid, right? So if you just make the right choices and reverse engineer what you want to accomplish before the moments or the opportune moments for you to take actions on what you actually want to accomplish occur, you will be in a far greater position than if you just force and force and force and force and force and force and push your way and bolster and rocket, boulder, blast, push, bulge, and injure yourself your way there, right? So think swaggly, think long term, think before the moment occurs. Raise your awareness and your ability to see what's actually going on. Are you actually helping them by making that pass? Essentially, are you making it easy for your teammate to do something epic by that pass? Are they even in a position to do something epic? And so would passing it to them be the wise thing to do? If yes, do it. If not, don't fucking make it hard for your teammate. Play fucking FIFA. Build that tree. Build of possible and multiple combinations and options, and figuring out what the right choice is in various scenarios, and you will fucking win. Anyways, hope you got something out of this, and until next time.